Hi everyone and welcome to another very special episode of Inside AMG. Now why is today's episode very special? There are a bunch of reasons. First of all, it's the cars. Now we've told you a bunch of times in the past that AMG and motorsports are very closely related and you cannot tear them apart, and there are many prominent examples for this close relation. The first of which I'd like to show you right now, and it is this one, the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR. Now, everybody that followed motorsports in the late 1990s should be familiar with this car. It was developed at AMG in 1997 over a period of just 128 days from scratch, and then went on to win the 1997 and the 1998 FIA GT1 championship. Now, the beauty of the rules and regulations back then were that there had to be built 25 homologation cars of these race cars that were road legal for Mercedes and AMG to be able to enter these cars for races. So there are actually 25 road-going versions of this cruising the streets of the earth. So this car goes to show that motorsports and road cars are very closely tied together at AMG. Another prominent example you can see on my left. It is the Mercedes-Benz CLK DTM AMG that was introduced in 2004, and it was actually a celebration of the very successful 2003 DTM season that we had when we won 9 out of 10 races, almost all the races of that season. And so this car was produced in a very small batch of just 100 units to commemorate this very successful season. Now, it's not just the cars that make the relation between AMG and motorsports very special and very close. It's also the people and the members of the world's fastest family, as we like to call it. And we got 2 very special members of this family in today's episode. And I'd say it's time we meet the first one. So we head on over to the engine manufacturer. How's it going?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Very nice to have you here. I'm very glad you followed our invitation here to Affalterbach so we can show you around our brand new engine manufactory. How about that?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to be here and always wanted to see what happens inside. So
perfect.
Yeah.
I'd say let's go inside.
Yeah.
So welcome to our top-notch Industry 4.0 engine manufacturing, and this is actually a very special part of it because this is the wall where there are all the badges of the individual mechanics, because much like in a Swiss watch manufactory, one mechanic works on one engine from start to finish, and that's pretty cool. And there is one, Lucas, he's going to show you around inside, and he's also going to let you tighten a few nuts and bolts on one of the engines.
Oh, nice. I really like the signatures. They look so nice. My writing wouldn't be that nice. And actually, I studied to be a car mechanic when I was younger, so I don't mind playing with the engine.
Perfect, so you got just the right background.
Yeah.
Say we head on inside.
Yeah.
All right, Valtteri, so this is Lucas, the mechanic. I just
nice
showed you
the
the badge up, and yeah, he's going to show you around a little, and it's got time for you two guys to have some fun.
Yeah, cool, thanks.
Yeah, now I'll show you something. We assembled a cylinder head.
Okay.
At first, for the quality check, we looked the spark plugs.
Which engine is this?
This is the M139.
Okay.
I gotta say, guys, I'm really quite impressed. I mean, you didn't promise too much when you said you had a background in as a mechanic.
Well, I have a good coach.
That was very professional. I'd like to say thank you for putting this together, but there are still so many more things that I'd like to show you in this engine manufacturing.
Sure. Yeah.
How about we head on over to the next station?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks for your help.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Valtteri, how was that experience for you?
It was nice. Yeah, brings back to memories when I was working with engines and stuff.
Do you still get to do that every once in a while?
With Formula One, no, I leave it to the professionals in the team. But yeah, every now and then, you know, if there's something to fix, I like to do things.
Nice, nice. I bet that's also a very good skill to have because you can tell very exactly what needs to be changed in order to improve, say, the balance of the car or something.
I've been always interested about the technical side of things, so that's why after the normal schools in Finland, I studied to be a car mechanic. So it's I always find technical side really interesting.
Nice. So this might be a very interesting part for you to look at.
Yeah, it's a turbo.
This is exactly a turbocharger, and it's a very special turbocharger because it's an electric turbocharger.
Oh.
So you got all the usual components that you know, of course, with the turbines. And you also got this, which is the high voltage component of it.
Yeah.
And it actually spools up a little electric engine inside and therefore completely eliminates turbo lag.
Yeah.
And this is one of the new top secret parts that we're going to put into the 4-cylinder engines that will be produced here in the future. Of course, we also already produce.
You know, in Formula One, that kind of technology is being tested in a pretty competitive environment. So I'm sure that will relate to the people using their AMGs.
You said it. I mean, that's exactly what we're trying to do, of course, at AMG, bringing Formula One technology from the racetrack to the road. And
exactly. Yeah.
This is a very fine example.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
But that's not the only interesting piece we got in store for you today. We started out at the wall with the badges of the different mechanics.
Yeah.
And since you already built an engine here, you also get to sign one of the badges, of course.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
So,
I would like to see the face of the people who gets this engine with this badge.
they're probably going to be very surprised.
Yeah.
So yeah, feel free. You can go ahead and sign one.
Cool. Nice.
Or more if you like. You can also take one home with you.
Perfect.
Nice.
I'm gonna take this one.
And now you can take one and put it on the engine cover right over there.
Okay.
So there we have the little groove in there, and there you can put it in.
Do you know to which car is this going?
This is going to be either an A-Class or CLA or a GLA, 45 or 45S.
Okay, nice.
With the hand-built 4-cylinder engine. Awesome.
Beautiful.
Perfect. So yeah, I'm very glad that you were here and went through this experience with us, and also, well, made a very, very special engine, one-of-a-kind engine, definitely.
Yeah.
I imagine you have a very busy schedule ahead of you today in Affalterbach.
Yeah, it's quite busy, but yeah, I enjoy it. So,
nice.
Yeah, thanks very much for showing me around, and yeah, this one is really special, so nice.
Awesome. So then, have some more fun in Affalterbach, and see you soon again.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so that already was a whole lot of fun. However, I promised you multiple special guests in today's episode, so it's time we meet the second one. Come on, follow me.
How you doing?
Hello there. Pretty good. How are you?
I'm great. Great to be back.
Lewis, I have to say I'm very happy you accepted our invitation to come to Affalterbach here, because you are, of course, the fastest member of the world's fastest family. It's pretty cool to have you here.
I've been here quite a few times, obviously, over the years, so it's good to be back.
Nice to hear that.
Every time I come back, there's more buildings. There's, you know, the company's obviously growing.
Yeah.
So it's always good to come back and see the family.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, it is a family, and it's also pretty interesting to look at the history of AMG and actually look at your history as well. I always like to think of it as being very intertwined and very similar, because AMG also started very small and then made their way to the top, much like yourself. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I remember I was very, very fortunate. When I signed when I was 13, so it was 1997, I think it is. And I had AMG on my visor from then. And so it's quite crazy to see the journey that I've had. It's more than 20 years I've had with Mercedes and AMG. So it's been amazing to see the evolution of all their cars, the innovation, all the technology advancements. It's been fascinating to see, and a privilege to represent and be a part of.
That's very nice to hear, and we also still like to watch your journey and of course cheer you on from our seats back at home. And you mentioned the technology. It's actually quite the interesting transition that we have to the cars that we prepared for you here, because of course when you are here we also have to go for a little lap around our premises here.
Yep.
And we actually prepared 3 cars for you. One from the old conventional world, so to speak, the regular GT 2-door coupe with a 530.
Safety car?
Your safety car, yeah, exactly. Pretty much the only car you ever see from,
I have this
from
car.
the back.
It's a great, great car.
But then, of course, since we're talking about future technology and technology advancement, we also have the SLS electric drive. A very interesting car.
I've only ever seen this on social media and in a magazine, so I've always wondered how quick this car was and how the performance was. I heard it's got 4 motors on each wheel, so
Exactly.
I would love to try this at some stage. It's crazy that this is like 8 years old or something.
It
right?
is. It is 8 years old. 8 years ago, it already showcased that electric mobility and
Amazing.
driving performance go actually quite well together.
Yeah. Just imagine how much better today's version of this would be.
Speaking of today's version of things, behind you we have a third car prepared, which is the brand new GT63S E-Performance. Still in a bit of a prototype camouflage paint job here. But yeah, this is actually the first performance hybrid by AMG, over 800 horsepower, combining the best of conventional power and electric power.
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to drive, I think. 800 horsepower?
800 horsepower.
I like. Is it 4-wheel drive as well?
It is 4-wheel drive.
Ooh.
Okay, then I'd say we go for a spin.
Let's do it.
I'll take the GT, the older version. I'm old school like that.
All right,
I'll just lead the way.
Try and keep up.
All right, everybody. So that wraps up another action-packed episode of Inside AMG. I think Valtteri and Lewis had a lot of fun. Lewis and I are going to go for another spin now. So if you had fun as well, like the video. Also drop us a comment down below letting us know what you would like us to shoot next. Also subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you get notified whenever we upload a new video. And yeah, until the next one. Bye-bye.